let me begin with one thing that I told during my last press conference. Today maybe my feeling the same as Kuwaiti diplomats in 1990, because today my country is under the aggression of our neighbor, North neighbor country. So in this case, I think that your diplomats as well as your citizens very good understand my feeling today. This is, first of all, we trouble with all things that took part in last 2 weeks. Officially, the adoption of Parliament of Russian Federation, the permission for the President Vladimir Putin to send troops to Ukraine. This is the most crucial event for all time of our independence from 1999. So you see your and our history is very near one to another. We liberate your country in 1991. We just begin our create our independent state. So, but today situation is difficult, very difficult for all of us. First of all, for our citizens and for our society. Today, foreign troops stated in our country, and the units of these troops increase day per day. Unfortunately, we disappointed by the statement of President Vladimir Putin that stated yesterday that there are no troops of Russian Federation official troops in Ukraine. There is some kind of self-guards of Crimea. It's also very difficult to understand, because what self-guards can use and transport by BTR and other techniques with modern weapons, and how can self-guards blocked our Navy ships near the beach and so on. So I realist in this case, and I understand that something is wrong. It's this mission information for me that I would like to check more carefully. Second, what I can tell you that today we with honor may say that our units, military units in Crimea, keep silent and try to be stable, and didn't answer for all blockage of their territory and their apartments in Crimea. I also may say you that today our government and our court didn't recognize the new appointment of government of Crimea Autonomic Republic. Why, I may say you? This is history, but now it's Navy history, but when near the 5-hour PM, some of military men came to Parliament of Autonomic Republic of Crimea and occupied not only House of Parliament but also of the Cabinet of Ministry. After this, under the rifle of foreigners, soldiers, they tried to appoint new government. it's unique situation, and we also cannot say that it's true, and this government might be work under the regulation of our country. I may say that also 3 months before in our country began a mass protest against our president that gave for all our citizens promise to integrate to Europe, but in the past, in the last time, in the last step, he canceled this decision. The absence of some dialogue between our rulers, farmer rulers, and our people became to mass protest. Unfortunately for us, I may insist, unfortunately for us, this protest became from peaceful to some forced struggle, and at least moment the weapons began to use. Today, I think that only after investigation we may say how it happened. We also surprised with this because in 2004 Orange Revolution in Ukraine became peaceful, and we always honor with those that our people can do it in peaceful way, peacefully, without any force and struggle of two sides or more. But I think that all of these things would be investigated by our police and our new government. Today, more crucial, I return back that I begin with this, that we have aggression from our neighbor state to our country. Much more worst for us that this enemy came from our brother nation, I mean Russia Federation, because our historical roots, our relatives roots between our people, it's very close, and today something wrong in our relation. I not mean that the relation between national, but something wrong between our presidents, our governments, and first of all we need to release our relation and renew our dialogue and discuss all this case. One of the reasons which I agree, and we organized this interview, that today all newspapers, TV and other mass media gave not clear information about this situation. For example, I am not fully agree with some determination. We create in 1993 our relation, Ukrainian Kuwaiti relation. Our embassy worked here, opened here, and your embassy worked began to work in Kiev before 2000 year. We opened our embassy here in 2003. All this time, we created really friendship and partnership relation between our country. We don't have any political sticking points between our countries. I may only say you that a good example of this relation, that we gave you all necessary assistance in the United Nations Council, according to your under the resolution of UN about Iraqi aggression, as well as we sent in 2003 here to Kuwait our chemical unit that aimed at preserve your people of possibility of if regime of Hussein will use chemical weapons against your country. We also, I would like to reiterate our appreciation to Kuwaiti government, to His Highness the Emir, for your assistance in our problem with and our tragedy of Chernobyl. I may say that the Kuwaiti finance support the most of all GCC country and whole Arabic countries in the world, and we always remember about this. I may say that we always have fruitful cooperation within UN and other international organizations, and I can't remember some rejection of to help your country, or Kuwaiti reject to help us in some of our problems of our request. So, but really, what we need in now in the present day and nearest future is to boost our economic relation and cooperation, because we try to do it and increase our turnover in trade turnover. I may say that after deep fall in 2011, when our turnover fall to $3.5 million, it's nothing. Today, after 2 years, we raised it to $30 million, but it's not enough. Today we are working with all this thing, and we try to raise more and more to diversificate the turnover, the goods that we can send today here. We also propose a lot of our companies, first of all structure companies, that might be take part in your mega projects in Kuwait. I mean infrastructure projects, buildings and so on. I know very well that today there are a lot of our medicine center invited Kuwaitis to treat in Ukraine, and we have good results with this. But really we need to do this work in a systematic way, you see. We try to organize some system. Also today we signed in not today, but in December, we signed the agreement about non-visa regime for diplomatic and special passports. This is first step for free our visa regime, and we are looking how to do this mechanism more simple than now for other holders of other passports. So all of these things might be create more contacts between our countries, between businessmen, between citizens of country, and in this case we will be happy to assist for all who initiate some projects here in Kuwait or in Ukraine.
Well, you've basically just answered all the questions that I wanted to ask you.
You may cut and put it your question.
I will sort it out, but it just saves us time. Do you have any final words you would like to say before we end?
So I would like to wish for all, for us and for Kuwaitis, never became to some situation when your state or my one would be on present position of Ukraine. never we try and we build all our relations with our neighbors' country in peaceful basement, as well as we wish for all Kuwaitis peace and prosperity. And I think that we have all for this, you and our country. Thanks.
His Excellency the Ukrainian Ambassador took the time out of his busy schedule to speak to us, tantamount to the fact that he feels he cannot go on in silence and must express his sentiments on the issue, as his country currently faces one of the biggest crises in decades. From the Ukrainian Embassy, this is Sarah Glubb reporting for English News.